What's up? What's up? Another day leveled up. It's your boy, Salem, back with another one. About to hit the gym, but how to make this video for you guys today. And we're talking about semen retention and why you must protect your energy. So I'm about like a 42-day streak into it right now. I'll make a video on like 60 days about all the benefits. I've been feeling good. I'm feeling great, got more clarity of mind, noticeably clear skin. Just been feeling great, got a lot of energy. I've been having trouble like getting to bed on time because I have so much energy lately, but not complaining. There's a lot of benefits that happen, not just because a lot of people just don't know like the scientific benefits, but your seminal fluid is actually essentially cerebral fluid. I don't know if people know that, but your spinal cord and your brain cerebral fluid, it's all connected. So what happens when you are retaining the cerebral fluid is then able to, your body is not used to having all this fluid. So your organs, your skin, your hair, everything is actually at a better than usual working capacity, because the cerebral fluid and seminal fluid is now able to carry all this blood and oxygen to all these different parts of the body that naturally you just start glowing because your body is able to properly function. I'll make a video about that as well, all the scientific benefits, but it's definitely dope. It's fucking dope. But I've been realizing these past few days, I'm real observant. So I'll just be at my job and just walking around, and I'll notice people looking at me different. Like, it's back to last year when I did it for about 100 or so days. But I'm starting to finally hitting that little midway point right now, and I feel like I'm walking around with like an elixir of life. People sense something's up, and they want in on it, and you got to be careful with who you allow just to hang around you, because their vibrational energy will pull you down and have you thinking about negative things and too many sexual thoughts that aren't conducive to you. So you got to be real vigilant about your days and where you hang out and what you read, what you entertain, because it's not always in your best interest. And this past, literally yesterday, I'm at work. So there's this girl who's a close friend of mine at work. I talked to her just about our lives and even like our relationships. She tells me about her relationships, and starting this retaining again. She always asks me like, "What's up? Anything new?" Like, I never feel weird talking about her. She's like in her mid-30s, so she's always she understands. So I actually told her like, "Yo, I'm actually like just gonna forego sex for a while. I've done it before, about 111 days last year," and she just begins to ask like, "Why? Like, do you feel like your focus is off? Like, you feel like sex is such a big deal?" I was like, "Yeah, it can be. It could be a distraction. I just rather put my energy and focus into bettering myself at the moment. I like to take these periods of the year going forward. I'm just gonna see how long I could go. No end time, but I told her I like to take periods of the year where I just level up and just forgo sex and relationships." And I didn't really get into all the actual scientific benefits and things like that. She's like, "All right, nice. Like, let me know how that goes." So yesterday, she asked me like, "How you been? How you feeling?" Like, I was like, "Feeling great. Never felt better." And she's like, "Oh, well, nice. Good to hear. How's that going?" And she's referring to me retaining. And I was like, "It's going great. I'm on like 41 days." She's like, "No way." I was like, yeah, I feel like a superhuman. It's fucking dope. It's like, I would go crazy. Like, women need that energy. So she was like, I could not go that long without that. No way. But at the end of the day, I go into our break room, and she goes up there. She eventually comes in there after me and starts changing. This chick literally has this black dress on. She just plops the straps off. And I was like, Rachel, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm just changing. I was like, there's bathrooms over here. Like, you should go in there. She's like, no. Starts to take them off. I just turned the other way. I don't even know if she fully took it off, but she had to do something because she put like a wife beater, white beater on. And this girl has implants, so she has nice boobs. And she is literally just standing there with her wife beater on and her nipples clearly showing. I was like, Rachel, what are you doing? Are you trying to tempt me right now? Like, I told you I'm on like 41 days. So like, she's like, oh, my bad. She's like, does this get you off? Like, I could probably just show you my tits right now. I was like, no, I'm good. She still has her dress on. She's like, maybe I'll just show you a little bit of my ass. It's like, nah, I'm good. Don't do that. This chick was literally trying to get my energy. Like, she was attracted to that. She didn't voice it, but her actions were. She was like, yo. She also said, I let her know a little bit about the what happens in your brain when you are retaining and things like that. And I told her, like, have you ever realized why like some dudes are dumb that have sex all the time, movies and things like that? These big buff dudes are like dumb. It's because they're having sex and draining their energy all the time. They don't have clarity of mind. Excuse me. And she's like, oh, so we're us women are able to make guys be more stupid. We have that power to make guys stupid. I was like, yes and no. And she walks away with like the love of the power that she felt she had. And it made me think, I was like, dude, these dudes out here allowing themselves to be powerless to these women. You have to maintain your energy. You must protect it. It's like every time, like as you level up with this, people will try to drain your energy. Your friends will just come around because they just notice that you just feel better to be around. Your vibrational level is at a higher level than theirs, so they just like to hang out. They'll let you know about all their problems. Like one of my friends has been telling me about all of his girl problems. He's chasing all these women, and I still don't have time for it. I told him my thoughts and what I would do in the situation, but people don't usually want your advice unless they actually come to you for it. They'll hear you out, but everybody will use their own advice and do what they please at the end of the day. So it's not in your best interest to try to go to people that aren't listening with all this information if they didn't ask for it. They're just, like I said, don't cast pearls before swine. They're just gonna fucking muddy it up. They're not gonna properly take care of your words and your energies. You're just wasting your time. You gotta screen these people out. Not everyone has their best interests at hand. Thinking back on my last journey when I was retaining, what ended me was this woman that had it out for me for a while. And I caved one day because it was my birthday. I was new to all this energy, so I still didn't know how to properly take care of it. But thinking back on it, this woman, before we had sex, she was at a depressive state. She was in a low vibratory state. And she really didn't have a direction. She she didn't know what she really wanted to do in life. She would always come to me for direction, and she actually would tell me, like, uh, she would joke and say, wise Miles, wise man, like, always impressed by the wisdom I was able to give her through text and things like that. And she got off on that. And I would just give it to her without, I'd leave it at that, nothing sexual. And she got off on me having this energy, but not looking at her that way, that it was her almost duty and desire to try to get me to see her that way. And eventually, like, we ended up hooking up because I'm like, all my friends hooked me up that day with drinks, and they're bartenders. I'm at their bar, and long story short, we hook up end of that night. But I felt so low. Never felt so low in my life. It felt so weird. I couldn't even just go out in public. I had to catch a plane because I left to Australia to see one of my best friends that next day. But I felt so weird and high level and anxiety. And I almost think about, like, maybe that was how she was feeling. I was feeling her exact, like, mental state and overall vibratory state. And it was literally hell. It was, I never want to go back there. And I could have been done a lot better at screening her out. And I knew really deep down that she wasn't the type of chick I wanted to see. Like, right after that happened, I felt bad about the situation and apologized and all that. And we didn't do anything after that once I came back from Australia. But yeah, it's just so important to hold on to your energy, and the world will start to chase you when you have this energy. You're literally walking around with like an amulet, like holding it and trying to protect that shit, and people will notice. So yeah, just continue to level up, and your vibration will be so high that people just will start naturally stop coming around. Like, your vibratory levels just won't sync up. So if you're just so high up here, they're down here. Just the way the world works, they just won't. Like, you may go to this store, you may go somewhere, and you just miss them. Things just start happening because you're on that vibratory state. You start meeting people on that vibratory state, and they'll just stay down there. It's like water and oil; they just don't mix. So don't worry about having to try to figure out how to X them out. Like, they'll naturally just dissipate, not out of your life. They'll still be alive, but they'll be somewhere that you don't need to worry about. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video on protecting your energy, because it's so important. A lot of people don't touch on that. When you're walking around with this energy, the world wants it as well, and you got to know how to defend yourself. You can't just be so naive to people who want to hang around you and don't have your best interests at hand. Especially if you're new to this journey, you may just feel like you just want to be the help and help people out, and you feel like you got all the answers. Don't save these hoes. Don't be the Superman who feels like it is now your duty to save these people. Save yourself, and you'll be able to help a lot more people when you are where you need to be at the end of the day. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I don't know what it is today. I'm gonna leave you guys with that. If any of this resonated with you, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop more content, and continue to level up. It's your boy Salem. Peace.